You're listening to K-Dart Graveyard Shift with Harper and Sterling. Only on 97.3 K-Dart.
Welcome back, Love Field. This is Sterling Graves for the Graveyard Shift, only on 97.3 K-Dart, Love Field's #1 classic rock station.
It's now 1 a.m. on November 1st. We are in the middle of our own personal Jasper Seek in the studio and the field. We have Lucas Harrington and Ryan Mercer meeting with Naomi, who is a sophomore at Love Field High. They believe they have stumbled upon old Jasper's shovel out near Butter Creek.
We also have Precious Cortez and the retired Reverend Michaels, who are going through Jasper's old belongings to figure out what exactly was going on in the last days of old Jasper.
That's right, Sterling. So to recap, old Jasper interrupted Reverend Michaels' sermon. Then, 3 days later, on November 1st, 1983, exactly 40 years ago, Jasper was found deceased in his barn. Dr. Hicks this evening called saying he believes the cause of death was being scared so badly his heart failed. Also, tonight, we had Precious Cortez and Reverend Michaels calling that Jasper was obsessed with an old book called the Malleus Maleficarum, which translated from Latin is called the Hammer of the Witches. It is also believed that Jasper was looking to purify a trumpet he believed to be the first trumpet in Revelation. We then had Naomi call, who was on the ground with old tools called divining rods, asking yes or no questions, which led her to old Jasper's shovel. Our men on the ground, Lucas and Ryan, have now just met up with Naomi and are now digging where we believe Jasper may have buried something before he passed away in his barn.
Yep, that's a good wrap-up of tonight's activities. I wanted to give the chance to look over any comments we have on our Discord or comments on YouTube. On YouTube, we have Tanya Hoyer 6250, who says they believe that Jasper might have been suffering from a brain tumor or PTSD of some kind.
I honestly did get that sense of Jasper's manic episodes, but Dr. Hicks found nothing during the autopsy, just the abundance of calcium in Jasper's heart, which could have been caused by an extreme dose of adrenaline. He was overall healthy. As for PTSD, Reverend Michaels did state that the outburst was very unusual for Jasper, that he was eccentric but was relatively a calm person who thought angels were talking to him. As far as we know, there was no past trauma.
He did have a grandfather who was believed to have murdered innocent women he accused of witchcraft. So that could have been traumatic.
True, but it is inconclusive so far. What else do we have? Any messages on Discord?
We have a conversation from Glowing Embers and Gypsy 2019. They seem to be very curious about divining rods in the journal.
Oh, yes, the journal. I'm hoping that Precious Cortez is able to clear off the water damage that she believed was created by mud.
So do I. We do have a question from Glowing Embers if there is a river nearby. Harper, you know this area the best. Can you answer?
Yes. Butter Creek runs directly behind the woods on Jasper's property. Seems that is near where we found Jasper's shovel. We do know that Jasper had the journal in the area because the journal was found on him the night he died. Maybe he dropped it in Butter Creek?
Could it have been raining that night? We might have to ask the doctor or the Reverend. They are both old enough and were here November of 1983.
Speaking of which, our producer says Reverend Michaels is on the line.
Hello, Reverend. You are on the air.
Hello, Sterling and Harper.
Hello, Reverend. Any luck with the journal and the hammer?
Ms. Cortez is working on the water damage as we speak. Before you ask, yes, it was raining that night, so there is a possibility that Jasper dropped it that night and it got damaged.
Good to know.
Just a second. Ms. Cortez is asking me to put it on speaker. She thinks she can translate some of the areas that are water damaged.
Sterling, darling, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Precious. What do you have for us?
Okay, this is still very choppy, but I am going to read what I think he wrote here. He makes an entry on October 31st, which reads, "The witch haunts me. I see her in town, I see her in my dreams, I see her in the church on hallowed ground. She wants her trumpet back. Can't let her find the..." Sorry, this is too damaged, I think it would be the word trumpet. He goes on, "I stole her trumpet. She cannot continue the ritual. She is the last one. She is dangerous like a raccoon cornered and singled out. She will attack. I need the hammer. Hit the raccoon on the head. With the hammer should do it. Purify the trumpet with the smash of the hammer."
Oh, bless. I wish I knew he wasn't just hearing voices, but also seeing things. I'm saddened I didn't take more time with poor Jasper.
Father, I think you did all you could at the time. You couldn't have known how sick he was.
Yes, Reverend, Precious is right. Hindsight is 20/20.
Is that it, Precious?
Unfortunately for now. There is still a little bit more here, but that's all I have so far.
You are doing great, Precious. Thank you.
There is something that is bothering me since we last spoke to you all.
What's that?
You said that the young lady in the woods, Naomi, was out there using an instrument called divining rods?
Yes, she said they were instruments used to contact the dead, and her grandmother used them.
I know all about these instruments all too well. They are used by psychics, people who claim to talk to the dead.
So it all adds up. What Naomi was saying was true. So what's bothering you, Reverend?
Well, Jasper comes from a family of witch hunters. He believed witches existed. Divining rods are used by people who think they can communicate with the dead. People Jasper and his grandfather would have labeled as witches.
I think I understand what you're saying. So in Jasper's eyes, people who use divining rods would be witches.
Then why would Jasper speak to someone using them from beyond the grave?
If what Naomi was saying was true, and she was communicating with someone unseen, I don't think she was talking to Jasper.
Reverend, I think you are needed at the Jasper Seek right now.
I'm already on my way.
You're listening to Lovefields. Lovefields. #1 classic rock station. 97.3 K-Dot. K-Dot.
Ciao, friends of the cities and games. You dream to make the perfect city. Come to Sroxa on YouTube. Sroxa, he play much city skylines now. He make a empty land into big city with life. You watch, you see every road, every house, how they change the sky. But amici, not just buildings, no, it's about people, about you. You come to live streams, you talk, you be part of big family. You know city building or you start new. Sroxa, he show you many things, many tricks. And city skylines, it's a big star, but Sroxa, he play many games, action, relax, all there for you. So you like to build, you like to play, you press that subscribe for Sroxa channel. We make something very bellissimo together. Grazie for listen. Play happy, amici.